Thursday, May 16th, 2024, 6:30 PM. Do I have a motion to open the meeting?
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, I do the Google Meets and then the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay, so in accordance with Chapter 2 of the Acts of 2023, which extends the Governor's March 12, 2023 order suspending certain provisions of the Open Meeting Law, General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 20, until March 31, 2025, this meeting will be conducted both in person and virtually via Google Meets. Recording the meeting, transcript, or other comprehensive record of the proceeding will be posted on the town's website and SMAC. Times are approximate and items may be taken out of the chairman's discretion. Let's all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, so we start with public comments. Is there anybody from the public who needs to make a comment? Is there anybody even here from the public? Okay. Chairman's comments, I have none at this time. Do any of the members, Bob, do you have a comment?
No.
Peter?
Hello?
Oh, hi.
Hello?
Hi, Miss Walsh.
Did you want to make a comment?
Hi. My comment is if you're doing a meeting, a hybrid meeting, whenever there's a vote, you have to call each person by name. Otherwise, I don't know who's at the meeting.
All right, we are all present, Cynthia.
So there's 5 members?
No, we only have a 4-member committee
At this point.
at this point.
Okay.
There-
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And Reggie, did you have any comments?
No comments.
Okay.
Is this strictly to the consent agenda?
Just
Is it-
comments on
Just
anything.
comments in there.
I just have one. And it's
Sure.
one, and Donna, this is for you. You shorted yourself on your
Oh,
submission. I just want to put, just for the accounting purposes, you shorted, it's about $7, but it's for the accounting purposes. I just want to make it so it jives in case it's any audit or everything down the future.
So does she have to write herself another $7?
No, you can write it. I just put it all right here. I just wanted to let you know that the board, and put it on the record, that it was, she shorted herself as well
Okay.
on that one. So she's owed more.
So do you want to wait till next month, or is your check already written?
I did write the check.
All right, are you okay with holding it off
Oh,
for a month? Okay,
That's fine.
all right, so that works for
That was
that.
my only comment.
Okay, yeah, consent agenda, minutes of previous meetings. Did everybody get to review the minutes of, what was the date? March 24th, 2024. Any comments or changes?
Actually, it would have, is that the executive you're looking at?
Oh, sorry.
Because it would have been, our last meeting
April
was
10th?
April, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Executive
Okay.
session.
Meeting, yeah, open minute meetings for April 10th, sorry, 2024. Does anybody have any questions, changes on that?
Motion to approve the meetings of the April 10th meeting.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
I think you just gotta take a roll call though, just to adhere to the rules.
Okay, I'll take a roll call on that. Bob?
Yes.
Peter?
Yes.
Reggie?
Yes.
Roberta says aye. Okay, paid bills. Do we have any questions or anything about the paid bills?
That be paid.
That they paid? Okay. Do we have to make a motion for paying the bills or no?
No.
Okay. All right, next is unpaid bills. So we have an administrative invoice for $250, which should be $257. So we'll make a note, Donna, to add $7. Reimbursement to me on Perry Street. We purchased some, I don't know, what's the stuff called to fill up holes?
Joint compound?
Thank you. Joint compounds, some wood, some, what's the board that you put the cork board? What else? I'm trying to think what else we got. Anyway, so my husband went over and he took care of those things, so we bought it, so that was miscellaneous. I had said another amount, but we returned the door, so it's $146.87
For Perry Street.
for Perry Street. Then we have a National Grid for Perry Street for $21.46, and a National Grid for this address at Pearl Street for $66.95. Okay, that's that. So do I have a motion, I guess, then to pay the unpaid bills?
So moved.
Second?
Roll call, Bob?
Yes.
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 Reggie, yes, and I can vote yes, even though it's money going to me, okay. We've got Amazon, correspondence. Is there any correspondence?
There was correspondence, I had received an insurance bill, from Morse, and I was confused by it, so I spoke to the chair about it. Because we had picked up the new policy with John Russell, and it was for travelers, and, apparently John Russell, from what Morse said, contacted travelers directly rather than our agent, and the old policy never got canceled. So now, John Russell has emailed Morse directly and canceled the former policy. So that's all been resolved, and that bill has been canceled.
And right, and it will retroact, because we did have the insurance at the right time, so it just,
Which specific insurance is this?
this is the insurance, we have insurance on this building,
Right,
and we have a liability insurance.
Yeah.
So we added Perry Street, we married them together. And so we have an increased policy because we have Perry and whatever.
okay.
And so that one was canceled, and by accident, they didn't know because they notified the, whatever,
So it's all under one policy with,
it's all under one policy with John Russell.
John Russell.
And we still have the traveler's policy for, what kind of policy is that called?
Director's insurance.
Director's
Director's insurance,
insurance,
yes,
with these other people in Easton. Does that make sense?
yep, no, thank you for the clarification.
All right, so I contacted Selectman Chair Steve Cavey on the meeting with the selectmen for our vacant position. It was in the Suburban Shopper this week.
I saw it.
It's in the Town Crier this past week. We'll go in again. I did speak to Gilda, the selectman's secretary, because any interest will go to her. We didn't want them applying to both places. It's ridiculous. So I spoke with her today, and if she does get any interest in the position, she'll let us know. So they gave me a date for this joint meeting, if it happens, which I hope we do get some interest in the membership. And that meeting will be on June, I don't have my calendar in front of me. It must be the third Tuesday in June. Does anybody have a calendar? Why did I tell anybody? I could probably look it up on my phone.
Was it June 18th?
I thought it was June 18th.
That's
Yeah, June 18th. So that will be posted the Friday before. We will know, the Friday before that if there is any applicants.
Okay.
And if there isn't, but otherwise we will be, did you hear, is that how you got on? Were you with the joint, the selectmen and the?
Yeah, no, the first time I got on, yes.
Yeah.
I got sort of interviewed.
By both parties?
By both parties,
Yeah,
yes.
okay, so it will be the same type of scenario.
Yeah.
So, three of us need, and I grabbed it because this position is only good
For the remainder
until,
of the term.
of April of next year.
Oh, that's right, to the next election, that's right.
And then that position will be good for, I think, 2 years.
Yeah, yeah.
So, the last time we did it, the position was gonna be good for 6 weeks. Who was gonna apply?
Right.
So, okay, so that's,
I will not be present for that meeting, I'm out of town, so.
yeah.
June 18th.
All right, item 6 is 24 Perry Street. We got renovations. Okay, so the status of the renovations now is we've had Bayshant Builders in there. They have married the floor up because there was a ramp from the garage. We have a door a new door that goes into, I'm gonna call it the shop side. The other garage door that was facing Perry Street now has a real door and a window. And we still have to have, Peter Buckley looked into a mini split with an electrician, but we also need electrical work done for a light switch. And so they can't finish, Bayshon can't finish until we get that done. And then I had a plumber in there to take care of some pipes. He hasn't taken it, so I got a price from him. He's a master plumber. He just retired from the town of Stoughton, the water department. His bill will be $160. I thought that was a really fair price. And Peter, what did you, it was written on a scrap of paper, but I can get a little bit more official down the line.
Well, his price for the AC was, with the electrical, just involved with the AC, was probably came around, I think, $6,000,
Yeah,
somewhere around 6,000. But hold off on that, because if they
Right.
want to, he's coming with, the electrician's coming with him.
right,
So it might be worth it, see, if he will do the electrician will agree to do the other work,
right.
resubmit a bill.
Yeah, so does
So
that make sense?
is that one mini split?
One mini split, yeah.
Okay.
That will go on
Yeah.
the office. I'm calling it an office side and a shop
So
side.
that would be enough to,
Was just gonna ask that, yeah.
Yeah,
For that
yeah.
area,
Oh,
for the area that we want to have?
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
comparable to the size of this room.
he
right?
said it would take care of plenty, the
Okay.
unit would be
Yeah.
carry plenty, heat and
Good price.
AC, yeah.
Well, also the premises, Reggie, the shop side is a lot bigger, and we don't need to heat the whole building when we just show up. Or we don't need to put the air condition, so it'll be self-contained. Because how often are we gonna be in there?
Right.
It's
Right.
foolish to,
Plus you can, at least the one that I have, you can remotely
Yeah,
control.
yep, yeah.
So good.
and
Get
we're
it,
going.
get it nice and cool before you
Right.
show up.
And we're also, Reggie, gonna put a keypad on the shop side. So when the vendors are in there, we all just say it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's
Yeah.
not gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4 people, but let's just say it's 1. And then now you are no longer a vendor there, we can change the code. We don't wanna give any of the vendors a key. We can use a key, but the vendors, as vendors come and go, we wanna keep it. So it was worth the extra money to put a keypad in instead of changing the
absolutely.
keys every 2
Yes.
months.
Yeah.
Hopefully that won't happen. Hopefully we'll get vendors when we come to it and they'll wanna stay. So, the second, anybody else have questions or thoughts on the renovations? Input on it?
The only question I have is, in my mind, I was anticipating that all these would be done by September, October.
I'm hoping.
Okay, so we're still on that
I'm hoping, yeah,
timeframe.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would like it sooner. It's just things don't, it's not like you or I just calling somebody and doing it. You have to
Yeah,
come to
I
a
know.
meeting and agree to a price and
Yeah.
move forward. But other than after that, it's basically painting, and I'm sure we'll find something else.
Yeah.
And the parking situation seems to be
Use all-
worked itself out.
Yeah, it did seem to work
Yeah,
itself
which
out.
which is good,
Yeah.
which is
You
good,
know,
yeah.
It's limited, so
Yeah.
one space to.
Yeah, I know, but we're limited on space.
Yeah.
The second part B here is vendor applications. Still holding off because we don't wanna put it out there and then this calling, well, when is it? We need to be, when we're a month or so, away, that we can do the applications. If anybody wants to, thinks of anything important that should be on these applications, just send them through the email, the group email, and
Yeah.
I mean, I have some stuff written down, but I don't wanna go through it yet because I think I'm just a little bit too early. It's gonna be basic.
Yeah.
What do you wanna sell, and can you
Tony,
do
you had
this?
indicated there's one of those up and running or in the process in Sharon, right?
They said there's a few more vacant spots that they're trying to fill,
Okay.
but they are posted it on Facebook this week.
I didn't
Okay.
even know there was a place in Sharon.
Yeah, I didn't either, and
Okay.
it said if you're interested in selling antiques or having a
Yeah.
table, we have a few vacant spots
Okay.
in Sharon, please contact us. I don't know where
Do
though,
they,
so.
can you check to see if they have a vendor application? Maybe why
I was gonna say,
recreate the
maybe we
wheel?
could stop in there and see what,
Okay.
how they do it, or.
You're gonna give her money to buy something, so she's just not asking for questions?
How do you feel about $4.99?
And there's two more where that came from.
All right, so we opened up the Perry Street checking account.
Yes.
Yes.
So I did some math, and we took money out of the regular checking account, and we put it in the Perry Street. And we shifted everything, almost everything, that we have spent on Perry Street, from the starting, I think it was 30,000, was it 30,000 we started with? Or something close to that. And we've taken out, we've shifted whatever.
Yeah.
So I am missing, I think Donna may have given it to me, I'm missing an electric bill from February. And then I also need whatever, do you know, Bob, what taxes you paid since we purchased the property, since the P&S? And was there any water bill that we did pay? Because we had an issue with the water bill, remember?
Yeah, I don't think, I can't remember the water bill. I can probably tell you in a minute what we paid for taxes.
Right, because that money we have to shift out of that account and put
So
it in.
you, it looks like you transferred 24,898.10.
Yep, 24,898.10.
Okay.
Because I
Yep.
did the rent, I did all the purchase price, I got everything, the insurance, half of the other insurance, the electricity, I need February. So if you don't think we end up doing a water, I don't think we should have had a water bill, but that kinda got messed up too.
There was a water bill because I know there was a fee on it and we went
Right.
back and forth with Paula Newt. And I think they said that it was at a zero balance and we should never have been charged that fee.
Okay.
And the latest water bill is in the, came in today.
Right, and that had a zero balance?
No, because,
We never got the February bill, remember? They said the bill was gonna be in May. They never gave us a bill in February.
right, they said it would, come, right.
Okay, so it's just what we owe, she owes for February and May.
Whatever the
Whatever,
bill is,
yeah,
whatever
Between
the
that
bill is.
period.
since,
from then to
since the
now.
closing to
Correct.
now, right.
Okay, okay.
So,
And the tenant is actually
Yeah.
responsible for that.
And actually, when we stopped there to do the showing, I dropped it off to her. She knew it was coming because I texted her, there wasn't gonna be anything in February, and I'm like, here's your dreaded bill. I didn't look at it, so, do you have taxes?
so I paid $2,932.11 and a 50-cent processing fee for City Hall.
All right, so if I look up, when we have time, if I look up this other February electric bill,
So
then
for,
we'll have to make a check out.
so February electric bill,
Oh.
I have, one was $57.21
Yep, that's gonna be it.
and the other one was $18.46.
That's March. Okay, so 50 what?
$57.21 on February 26th.
All right, so can somebody add 2,932.11,
Wait a minute.
2,932.11 cents,
$2,900
$32.11, plus 50 cents,
plus 50 cents.
plus $57.21.
$57.20,
One.
2,989.82.
Okay, so we have to make out a check for a shift.
Shift that money
Shift
from
that.
the Perry Street account to our SRA account.
Yeah.
No, the other way around. We gotta take it out of the Perry.
Yeah.
That's
Did
what I
I-
said.
I'm sorry, there's too many Ps.
Yeah.
Page, Pearl, and Perry, okay. So, do you want that figure, Donna? If, I don't know.
$2,989.82.
Okay, beautiful. All right, so we got all that straightened out.
So write a check from the Perry Street account to the,
And we're just gonna send, transfer it over to the other one. So
Okay.
write a check or whatever. All right, beautiful. All right, finance review, Article 7. 24 Perry Street tax exemption meeting with town council. Bob, do you wanna talk about our meeting?
So we met with town council, under the direction originally Mark and myself met with the assessor's office. And they told us, at that point, that we should meet with town council and see exactly where we stand as far as being exempt. So we scheduled it, but from the town's perspective, it's their council. So we were pretty much told, for the most part, that we should check with our council. and, you know, get a clarification as to, you know, what our status is. And so, hopefully tonight we might be able to ask that question and get a, you know, more definitive answer, but that was an unproductive meeting to say the least, so we'll leave it at that, but, so that's where that stands, and hopefully, if we're not, we can still go through the pilot program, and maybe, you know, send an email over to them and see if there's any update, from them, as far as, I know they were looking into it, they were looking at a plan from, I think, 2018, and looking at what other towns did, so that's still a work in order. But that's where we stand as far as tax exempt. We don't know.
And we are going to meet with Jenny, our attorney, in open session to discuss this
Yeah.
before we go into an executive session. I gotta skip back, sorry. So I guess I need you guys to approve the $160 for the plumbing that we paid to have that done, and I'll give the guy a call. He's taking off for a little bit, he won't be back till around Memorial Day, but that's how it,
2 weeks away.
yeah, that's how it goes. So can I have a motion to pay $160?
Motion to approve $160 for the plumbing repairs and upgrades for 2-4 Perry Street.
Second.
Okay, I'm gonna do a roll call vote. Bob?
Yes.
Peter, yes. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't want to
Yes.
speak for you.
That's all right.
I said Peter, yes. Reggie?
Yes.
Roberta votes yes. Okay, sorry about that. Let's get back to the finance review. Okay, B, short-term CD at Abington Bank. Now, when we went to the bank, you know, we're sitting at the counter and they're doing some pretty good short-term 7-month CDs. Yeah. So I figured I'd throw it out to everybody. Do you think we should discuss and put some money in there short-term that we have in the Pearl Street account, or the whatever account this one is? What's your thought?
5% is pretty good,
Mm-hmm.
you know, particularly at
A bank.
a bank.
Yeah.
And short term.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a good idea, but I think it would be a good idea to take the money out of the portfolio account.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Well, what do we have in the, I'm gonna call it the Pearl Street account. Can I call it the Pearl Street
Yeah,
account?
the Pearl.
Okay. Pearl Page account? I don't know.
Per, yeah, our account.
Our account. Does anybody know how much is in that checking account?
I do.
Beautiful.
Right now,
Yeah.
we have $54,054.16.
Okay, so $54,000.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get another $2,000 or
Yeah,
so
so
in there,
it's-
so
it'll be about
$55,000. All right, so what, you don't wanna take any money from that account and put it in there?
I mean, it could, you know, I just, you know that, you know, whatever we put into the CD account, we will be penalized if something comes up and we have to take some money
Right.
out.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
so where we don't take any money out, well, we have, but, you know, we kind of forget about that portfolio account, and it's just sitting there, and the rates go up and down, you know.
Right,
And I'll tell you, I haven't had access to the account,
okay,
you know, so I'm not quite sure exactly how much we have in there. I'm estimating that it's around $300,000 that we have in there, you know. Some months it goes up, and some months it goes down, based on the stock market.
yeah,
But either way, you know, because I think that if we're gonna put some money in there, we should put a fairly substantial amount. We shouldn't put like $5,000 in there, $10,000 in there. We should put $50,000 in there.
And,
go ahead.
just one other thing, it looks like the original check, for the work that we did is under this account, so we might wanna increase that.
What do you mean, what original work?
The check that we wrote for the construction,
Oh, for Bayshore?
yeah, was out of this account rather than, so just wanna make sure that we keep track of
Oh,
that.
wait a minute. No, I put $4,000
Are
already.
you included in it?
I did.
Okay,
I
I just
did.
see it in the
I
bank
did.
account,
I
okay,
did, yes.
cause that was cashed on 4/22, so, okay.
All right, so what's your thought, or whoever wants to go next on the CD, or whatever you wanna call it?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't oppose it per se, you know, like you say, if all of a sudden we run into something, tree falls on a Harry Street and we've gotta take some funds out of there, we will get penalized. When you say short term, we're talking 3 months, 6 months?
7 months.
7 months?
Yeah.
Okay, 7 months.
7 months, and you know, how I calculate the interest on that, you know, would be, it's approximately 5%, and let's just say it was $50,000.
Yeah.
It would be, I think it's 2,500 divided by 12 times 7.
Yeah.
Right. I can't do it in my head.
I know, it's
I got the formula down.
okay. What's
You
your
know.
thought, Peter?
Now, I agree with Reggie, I think the money, if you're gonna do it out of the portfolio account. The other ones are strictly for your operating budgets. You don't wanna mess with the two, because like I said, you go below. And that's what that portfolio is for anyways, right? It's the investment accounts? Yeah, I agree with.
All right, so I have a different take, because I don't know what we owe for legal fees, and whatever.
We got more bills this week.
Right, yeah. But I guess I look at it this way, if we take it from this portfolio account that we have, is supposed to be the one that's earning us money.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be going to a bank CD to earn money.
Yeah.
So that's then we're gonna have to move the money I look at it this way, I'd rather, just hear me out, you take $10,000 and you put it in a 7-month. A month from now, you take 10,000, because I think the rates are gonna go up, not whatever. I don't think they're going down that quick. I don't see things, or 15, I'm just using the number 10. And not have them all stuck together. I think we should leave like $25,000 in that account, but I think we have $25,000 to play with. And I think we should do 10 and 15, or 12 and 12, or a couple months later. So God forbid, yes, you get penalized, but I think if we still have that $25,000 in there, we should be good. I mean, that's why we have insurance if a tree falls on the building. I mean, there's always a deductible.
So you're saying put 25,000 in?
I would say originally just do like 10 or 12, and then a month or two from now, we do it again. So they're ending at a different time.
Oh, so you're saying you have 2 different
Yeah.
CD accounts?
Yeah,
Okay.
and granted, you're taking a risk, maybe the rate goes down, but maybe it goes up. But at least that way, we always have some money that's coming up. It's just staying on top of it, because if you don't, you gotta let them know you're done with it.
Right,
You
yeah.
know?
They'll just automatically
They'll
renew it.
automatically
Yeah.
renew it. I just think that other account, I mean, if we wanna do better with it, remember last year, we tried to make it a little bit more risky.
Yeah.
You know, now, just so that, you know, for argument's sake,
Yeah.
you know, if we would put $10,000 in 7 months, we would earn $291.
Okay, well, you're good.
So it's not a lot of money.
Right,
Yeah,
Because it's 5%, 10,500 for a 12-month period.
yeah.
Divide that by
12 times 7.
12,
As you would say, apply the formula.
right? So,
Yeah.
you know, it's risk-free,
Yeah,
you know, so that $291 is safe,
right.
you know, so at the end of 7 months, we would have $10,291.
It's
and
better
that's-
than, what are we getting now?
0% probably.
Oh, yeah, it's essentially 0%.
Right.
You get like
Right.
19 cents a month.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Yeah,
Right.
we got,
You know.
what did we get, I just saw it in here.
What's your thought on that? Can I rope you into that idea? I mean, I don't-
10,000 is, you know, I don't have a problem with the 10,000, you know, because it's safe.
Yeah,
I'm very conservative when it comes
Yeah.
to, you know, so from my point of view, slow growth is great without the risk. I've always had problems with the stock market because it was always risky,
Yeah.
you
Still
know,
is,
and
yeah.
it still is. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the way it goes,
Yeah.
you know. Because at one point we were earning, I think
Yeah.
going really good. But after the pandemic, we started losing,
Yeah,
$5,000, $6,000, $10,000 a month. Because we were very close to $800,000 in the portfolio account.
Wow.
And, it's I would say, absent buying
The house, the building.
the building, it was down to, I'd say, and this is an estimate, about 650.
yeah,
You know,
well, yeah.
and I think
Yeah.
that our original investment was prior to all of us being here
Yeah.
was about, I think it was 500.
Okay,
500. So we did okay.
yeah,
You know,
right,
um, 10,000 is safe,
Yep,
and it still gives us some room.
right, yeah,
Still gives us some room, but in the event that there's an emergency.
yeah, I mean,
Uh,
we got three, I don't mean to interrupt you, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but, we got $3.08. So times 12, you get $36 a year if we kept it in
and
here.
that's with a lot more money in there,
Right,
that's more than 10,000.
right, so I mean, $291 for 7 months, just, you know what I mean, then, to me, it's
And a fifth of the money,
right, so, and if it works out well, then keep it in there and reinvest, if not, we take it out and use it on a project or something, so.
but if we have some that are stagnant, that's the whole thing.
Right,
I
right.
can pay the attorney next month, not, I don't do it 6 months,
say
but
that
I
on
can pay
record,
it next
please.
month, I'm just saying.
Do we know how much we actually owe the attorneys at this point?
I would think,
I don't
I
know.
know there was the issue about the closing
Right.
and some.
Oh, that got all rectified.
That's all
Yeah.
rectified?
Yes, that got
Yeah.
rectified, it was a billing error,
yeah.
it was already in the bill, we just cut to
Yeah.
the chase and
Yeah.
we squared all that
Because if
away.
we know, we can, I can at least make a proposal to the board, how we should go about paying that.
Yeah, with the Page Street stuff, yeah, the Perry Street's
Yeah.
all set,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Except tonight, we'll
right,
bring up new
more
parents.
stuff,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
yeah,
but the, legal fees are, they're, they
Well,
can get,
well, we're gonna speak to her,
Yeah.
we'll see what she has to say.
yeah.
because I'd like to be able to get rid of, paying
Right.
them
I,
at some point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure it's probably
yeah,
but
excess.
the last time we spoke with her, she said, hold off, so
Right.
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
like we're avoiding her. But we
No.
gotta get back to that, so about the CD, so what's your thought on the CD, and bringing it back around?
I'll go with the consensus of what,
Well, I don't know if I don't know if everybody agrees with me on that, so.
I don't have a problem with it,
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it.
10,000.
10,000, yeah, and make
You know,
$291 rather than, $36, sign me up for that,
Do you want me to make a motion? Can I make a motion even though I'm the chairman?
Yeah.
I can, I am a member, right?
right,
Yeah,
All right, I'm gonna make a motion that we take $10,000 out of our checking account and transfer it into the Abington Savings CD at the going rate for 7 months.
second,
All those in favor, roll call. Bob,
yes,
Peter,
yes.
Reggie,
yes.
Roberta votes yes. And then we'll revisit in a couple months, we'll put back on the agenda if we wanna do more,
Yeah.
and we're just gonna have to stay on top of it, like with that list of things, the little list, what's due, and were you working on that? I'm getting off track, 'cause I'm.
so just before we move forward, just Reggie, as a suggestion, I think if and when you decide you wanna do it, let me know, just like we did the last time, I can meet you there, and,
Yeah, we can go up there and open it up.
yeah, and
Yeah.
do that, and then, we can try to get your online banking,
Yeah, I was up there earlier this week,
okay,
and I talked to John,
okay,
and I told him that, we'd be coming up, probably next week,
okay,
to get things kind of straightened out.
Right,
You know, how to access it,
yeah,
change whatever password we got. I think, what he explained to me is why I'm having problems is I probably put the password in so many times I got locked out.
Yeah,
yeah,
So, he said, just come on up
And get us
and,
squared away.
so if we're gonna open it up, 5% is really good.
yeah,
You know, I have a CD and I'm at 4.7%.
Yeah.
And it's doing well. I like the slow growth because I can depend on it.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, but, and this is a little aside, since we will have three accounts at Abington
Yeah.
Bank, I had met with Stan, who is very familiar because he was a banking regulator. He's on the Citizens Advisory.
Stanley Zoll?
Yes.
Okay,
He's retired now.
yeah,
You know, and we had discussed about the Community Reinvestment Act. And we both agreed that there was opportunities that we, you know, depending on, you know, what we're gonna do with 2-4 Perry Street, that there may be some opportunities for them to grant us underneath of their CRA, some dollars to do something at 2-4 Perry Street.
Beautiful.
And I think that you know, that third account gives us a little bit of leverage. At least it gives us the opportunity to have the conversation.
all right, there you go,
We're a contender.
yeah. Staying on finance, so signers for the investment portfolio account. I guess there's some issues, I don't know, go ahead, Dawn, you wanna take it
Sure.
away?
Michelle, from Bartholomew Investments asked if we wanted to remove Mark's name since he's no longer on the board. And also, I think your name might have been
think it
removed
was
temporarily,
removed,
so she
yes.
wanted to know, if she could have an up-to-date, list of who the people, should be as signers on the portfolio account.
Okay, that's easy enough, I think we should all be on the account, right? And then we just have to know when somebody leaves, they get taken off.
They get taken off, yeah. Mark should definitely come off because
Yeah.
he's no longer part of the board. And if they allow us to have 4 or 5 or whatever it is, we should be on it. Because
Yeah.
everybody should be able to
That's,
look at the account.
we should be able to look at every account.
That's right.
That's part of the whole thing, looking at any of these accounts, you wanna know if somebody paid their rent, you can go on and just say, yeah, Donna should be able to access it, cause she's always wondering, did so-and-so pay their rent? I mean, yeah, that's what she does, so it would be nice if she could log on.
Just log on there.
So when you guys go to the bank with the CD, are we gonna, so can anybody even access the account right now?
Only, well, actually, if you had the password, yes. If you had the password and the user, you could.
I can get into the
Okay.
original account. I don't have access to the new account,
Okay.
and
So, does everybody agree we should all know the passwords for every account?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one thing we did, and I don't know how the 2-4 Perry Street was set up, but I know when we set up the operating account, what we did is says that people only could view the account.
Yeah.
Nobody can go in and transfer any
Oh,
money
yeah,
or
oh, yeah,
anything
yeah,
like that.
yeah,
It was only
yeah.
to review
Right.
the
Yeah.
account, you know. And that should be the same way.
Well,
for
it's even with the
2-4.
deposit slips, it's, you know, somebody, I think Donna caught, you know, that showed the balance.
Yeah.
And, but this new account says, no, there's XXXX across the thing, so,
So, yeah, no, you know, because people should be able to access it, you know, so that they don't have to call anybody and find out.
Alright,
what's
yeah,
in there.
so I guess
Exactly.
we need to get that information to Donna, whoever has it,
Yeah.
and then Donna can send it out to all of us, does
Okay.
that make sense?
Yeah. And just to follow up, I think the running balance, and I think Donna provided it tonight, is about 21,105
For
for
Legal?
legal.
21,000.
Yeah. So, so definitely want to have a conversation with that. A very quick conversation.
Yeah,
but,
I know,
but just as an FYI.
that's good to know. Okay, and next also on finance is the sign is, okay, all right, auto withdrawal and auto deposits for bills and rents. I'm going with this, I think we have these electric bills, they should automatically be taken from the account. I still like the idea, I don't know if I can sway Reggie, I would like the Page Street people to automatically put their rent in the account. It saves time, it saves effort, we can all view to see when the rents are paid. The electric company or the gas company, whatever company we're paying, it's easier just to have it come out of the account every month. You know, and I think that's my thought. Does anybody, you have a thought? I see the light bulb.
We had this discussion some time ago.
Yeah, I
you
know, I know, that's why I'm bringing it back up.
And the bills are what the bills are,
Right,
you know, so when the bill comes in, we should pay it. You know, if the electric company, unless we're gonna dispute it,
Right.
you know, I don't know how far that
Right,
goes,
right,
you know.
yeah.
But those types of bills, you know, we just need to pay them. It's different when it's a legal bill.
oh, right.
'Cause we
Oh,
got-
no, that wouldn't be, that
That's,
would,
you know,
yeah.
something, so
Right, no,
you know,
not
when the
illegal.
bill comes in, I think that we should just go ahead and pay it.
Mhm.
Now, for the deposits, for currently, I think it's okay. You know, the lady, I forget her
Yeah.
name, but she can go ahead and deposit. But once we get to the point where we have 3, 4 tenants in there, it'll be more difficult because somebody will be doing it on the 1st, somebody will be doing it on the 5th, somebody will be doing it on the 8th. You know, and I think that we need to have, you know, not for tonight, but for future discussion, we need to have an idea of, you know, how that's going to kind of like operate.
Yeah, I already have that, I got it, but I didn't wanna get
Yeah,
too
okay,
far
all
into it right
all
now.
'cause I got it on mine. too.
Yeah, okay. No, I guess my whole thought is, you know, the electric bill, I don't know how many checks that she's writing out, or the gas bill, obviously not an attorney bill, that wouldn't be an automatic, but it's just like at your home, you have automatic,
Those things
you know, it just comes out and you get the little bing on your phone, you pay your cable
That's right.
bill or something. Do you though still have a problem with Page Street automatically depositing?
Page Street. Oh, yeah, Page Street.
That's okay, I know where we are. Because that's when you have the, I mean, I think the check would get here quicker if they would, I'm sure they automatically pay a lot of people.
Yeah. They're paying by check now, right?
Right.
They mail it, yeah.
Yeah. If they want to automatically put it in there, it's okay with me, I don't have a
Okay,
problem with that.
okay.
You know, I just think that we need to, and if we have Donna on the account to review,
Yes,
then she can go in and take a look at it.
exactly.
You know, well, did they pay it on the 1st? Did they, you know, because I know I do get your emails
Oh,
saying
yeah.
people haven't paid.
Yeah,
You know, and when I take a look at the date, you know, I generally go, yeah, but you know what, by Friday we'll probably have it, or Monday
Right.
we'll probably have it, you know, because some people are on automatic and,
I mean, I don't know where the check's coming from, does it come from New Hampshire?
It is, but they're mailing it after the
Right,
due
okay.
date.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of time, right, oh shoot, I gotta write out the check, then it sits on the desk a day, then the mailman picks it up and it goes to wherever.
And you can't really
Postal
rely on
system
mail,
is different.
you know. So I really, you know, unless we get to around, you know, anytime after the 10th of the month.
Oh, yeah,
Then I think that, you know, we've got to make some phone calls and things like that there. But anything prior to the 10th, I think we're gonna be okay, you know. I'm not gonna stress it.
But there's also no penalty in the current lease if they did pay after the 10th.
Yeah, well, you
that's a
know,
discussion for.
that's it.
Right,
That's
right.
it. I got that on the,
Yep.
on
Yeah.
my thing too.
What do you got, Peter, what's your thought on the automatic payments and withdrawals for utilities?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good function to have. I have no problem with it. If it's, now Reggie, what were you saying? You see, if they're all paying separately, like this is
Oh,
on,
that's-
this is
This
on
that's-
is down the road, you know,
that's
in
down
terms
the
of the
road.
new tenants.
all right, yeah, I have no problem with for the utilities.
Yeah,
Yeah,
utilities
yeah.
and have the Page Street people automatically
That's fine, so
deposit.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
will they charge the debit card, like the Perry Street, National Grid would charge the Perry Street debit card? Or,
Perry will charge Perry,
but will they do it via the debit card?
well, we have an account number.
You can do it either way.
They'll do it through the account.
Okay, alright.
Bob, what's your thought?
Yeah, anything to expedite that and lessen the
So
workload and,
right now, yeah, so then right now, what are you paying physically handwriting out a check for every month, besides yourself, in the rent next door?
The National Grid, the Verizon.
Both of them?
Yep,
Okay.
the Verizon. That's pretty much
That's
it.
it. Alright, so, and then, so I guess,
What about the Wi-Fi? Is that
That's
Verizon?
Verizon, yeah.
does somebody wanna make a motion to have Donna pay the National Grid, the Verizon, and contact?
So made.
Well, that,
Second.
isn't that the job of the treasurer to
I
provide the
don't know.
routing information and everything to them?
We can, yeah.
Alright, so,
I'll redirect the motion to have the treasurer set up the accounts for automatic withdrawal would be appropriate for all the utilities only at this point, correct? Is that what was utilities and the Page Street?
well, I don't know if you would be doing Page Street or Donna would, who has the contact for Page
I mean, I
Street?
can do it, I've just never had, I just provide them the routing
Yeah,
information
it's
on
the
the bank?
account, the routing and the account number.
Okay,
So Donna's gonna do Page, the tenant, and you're gonna do the utilities,
I'm gonna
Reggie?
get to it.
Okay, so,
That's my motion.
okay. Do we have a second for that?
Second,
Okay, all in favor by roll call, Bob,
yes.
Peter?
Yes.
Reggie?
Yes.
Roberta votes yes.
so
Okay.
Page Street and tenant, what do you mean by tenant, Lou?
You're gonna ask the Page Street tenant.
Oh, gotcha,
Yeah,
okay.
the Page Street tenant. Okay, next is Reggie, you're on deck. Annual report for Executive Office of Housing and Livable Communities.
I met with what's called Acacia, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, CPAs, and they have all the information in terms of what they have to do to review our finances. There was a small glitch, we figured it out because at the end of the year, we transferred some dollars around, so we figured that piece out. And I told them that we would do all of the verbiage, in terms of the letter that Roberta has already, I think you have signed it already. And then there's a short letter at the end of the review that I generally put together,
Okay.
for it. And there's no signature required for it, it's just sort of like a summary of some of our activities. As you may or may not know, the letter that we put together for Roberta to sign is a little bit longer than the usual letter. And that's because I always include everything that the Redevelopment Authority has done dating back to the 70s.
Oh, Lord.
Well, because it sounds pretty good that, Technology Drive
Yeah.
was a project that the Redevelopment Authority did, even though we weren't here. And it sort of gives a narrative of from then to where we are now. It talks about the office that we opened up, and that I think that we were proposing, I think I said we were either proposing or we purchased the 2-4
Okay.
Perry Street. So it sort of gives sort of a little history
Yeah.
that we're just not sitting here
Paying
doing
bills.
nothing.
Right.
So it's a little bit longer than I
Oh, that's
usually
perfect,
write,
yeah.
but it is appropriate.
Yeah.
And I think it was like 2 pages or 3 pages.
That's perfect.
I try to get it down to 2
Yeah.
pages next year.
Yeah, okay. Anybody have questions for Reggie on that?
Yeah.
Good job.
Now, because last year, we only had her do the balance sheet.
Okay.
And I asked her to do the balance sheet and the profit and loss statement. So last year she charged us $800, which was 1/3 of the cost of what we were getting
Unreal.
prior to that. So it may go up a little bit because I'm asking her to do a little bit more.
Okay.
But at any rate, it's going to be less than the $23.50 that we were
It's crazy,
paying.
huh? Unreal.
you know.
Unreal.
Well,
So-
thanks for all your hard work with that, appreciate it.
Thank you, Reggie.
But yeah, no, I had a really long conversation, it's, with her, and you know, she was really interested in it. It's like, hey, what does a redevelopment authority do? So that went in from a 3 to 4 o'clock meeting to a 3 to 5 o'clock meeting. But, and she
In
kept on-
1976.
and she kept saying to me, she said, gee, you sound like a nonprofit. I said, well, we kind of are a nonprofit, but we're kind of quasi-public entity, you know, and so we got past it. But,
All right, you're still on deck.
still on deck.
For
Goals and
2024, goals and
objectives, you know,
objectives.
which is, you know, I know Bob and I, you know, we briefly, you know, talked about this here, you know, but one of the things that I really took a hard look at is exactly what it is that the Stoughton Redevelopment Authority does, you know. And, you know, for a while there, you know, for the past few years, we were really concentrating on just our operations, Page Street, which was primarily Mark's really responsibility. He knew most of what was going on and what was needed and things of that nature. Going forward, you know, we're starting to get to the point where we're becoming more operational, and I'm really taking a look at what a board such as we are. What are our real responsibilities? And we're starting to get into the, not only are we to set policy and understanding what, you know, the policies are for the redevelopment authority, but we're starting to get into operations as well. We're collecting rents, we're doing financial reports, we're doing repairs,
Buying property, yeah.
we're doing a bunch of things, you know, which right now is okay. But as we go down the road, you know, and particularly for the next 12 months, you know, I came up with, you know, some things that we probably should be concentrating on. And these are the existing things that we're doing right now. You know, so I had as, not necessarily in this order, but the completion of the urban renewal plan. And then I have some little dots beside that, but the goal really is just to complete the urban renewal plan. Another goal is renegotiating the lease on Page Street. And then the 2-4 Perry Street, which involves the renovations, the tenancy, tax exempt status, and then ultimately somewhere towards the end of 12 months, the management of that. If I can just hold up right there for a second, because the management piece on that is one that I believe that as a board, we need to really act as a board. You know, setting policy, having somebody report to us what's really going on. I don't necessarily want to be that person that gets that phone call at 10 o'clock at night, 2 o'clock in the morning, that the tree fell down, or the building's on fire, or whatever the emergency might come up, whether it's July and I'm somewhere else. And
I make a motion that Roberta is the contact person for this.
and Roberta's somewhere else in January, you know, and it's always going to happen, you know, during that time, you know. So at some point we need to really take a look at how do we get somebody to actually manage that piece and then report to us for whatever approvals or whatever those things might need to be. And that's something for us to begin to think about over the next 12 months. Then there was a real development. Number 4 was the real development of the Redevelopment Authority's board's responsibilities. You know, to actually put them down in writing, what the roles and the responsibilities are, you know, in terms of setting policy, what types of policies are we really thinking about or talking about, particularly in, for operating procedures. Some of it we do. Whether it's documented is questionable. Personnel policies as we go down. I know that we did have sort of a personnel policy. We probably need to take another look at that because technically we don't have personnel. But I don't know down the future. We just might. And we don't want to get to a position where we decide that we want to bring on personnel and then we got to write a personnel policy. And it can be a living document, but it's something that needs to, we need to be thinking about. Those were the 4 things that I, think that we need to prioritize going forward before we take on anything new. And we sort of get caught behind the proverbial 8 ball, where we're trying to catch up. If we can get 2-4 Perry Street where we want it, by
good shape.
By October, we'll be in some pretty good shape.
Yep.
If we can do these other things in terms of the lease negotiation, policies and procedures, we're a board with no committees, but we do have 4, possibly 5 people, and each of us could take a particular role to at least lead that and begin reporting back as to what it is they may be recommending so that the entire board can, as opposed to sitting around here once or twice a month and trying to figure it out, is each of us could act as a committee of 1 or 2 and come back and make recommendations to the board. Those were my, sort of goals. I did put some objectives along with each one of those, and I can actually send those out. But those are the things that I'm taking a look at because I know, come June through September, October, I'm kind of on Zoom. I know Roberta from December through March. She's on Zoom. And summer months are tough anyway. And I would assume people take vacations and things of that nature. So if rather than trying to discuss these things in meetings, if we can say at some point, hey, here are some of the roles and responsibilities and report back at the meeting, I think that we'll be able to operate even more efficiently than we are today.
Okay.
That's great,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 7:30.
Do you want me to let
And
Jenny
we
know
haven't
8
finished
o'clock?
the meeting. I don't know if,
I pipe her in.
yeah, I think we should.
Yeah.
And then we'll tell
Because
the
I'm
guys.
finished with that part.
Yeah.
So that agenda item
Right.
is where we just.
What do you mean by going to executive session, or?
Well, we're gonna talk during live session, and then, if we get her on the phone, then we have to go into an executive session, but then we're gonna reopen. Is that a problem for you guys? Like to go hang it in your car or get a, whatever, all right.
When you're ready, Madam Chairman, I would
Yeah.
make a motion that we table items, I believe, 9 through 15, and go right to item number 16, so we can accommodate the phone call.
That sounds good to me. I don't think we need to make a motion, we're just taking things out of order. We're going from 8 to 16, right? I don't think we need a motion for that.
I think it says that you have
I have the right
the chair's discretion.
to do.
Yep.
Got a little power there, huh?
There you go.
So we have to shut the cameras down?
No, because we're gonna speak in open session about the
Oh,
tax
open session
exemption, and then we'll go into, after we do our next item on the list is our 2 Perry Street tax exemption status. And we don't know what it is, cause we don't know. We have to contact the attorney about it. And after that, we have to meet with the attorney in executive session. So what we're gonna do is we'll go into executive session, and then we gotta come back in open session to finish 9 through 15. So I don't know how long we will be in executive session. What do you think? A half an hour? Do you think
I
even
hope it's
that
not
long?
No, it's less than
Yeah.
that.
15 minutes?
Yeah.
Will probably be 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm just saying,
So
so.
how do we handle?
So
the,
she's gonna get her on the phone
I
first.
texted her just now, so I don't know if you wanna cover a topic until she logs in.
Okay, I guess we can keep going. All right, we'll do the urban renewal plan update. Bob, you wanna talk about that?
Yeah, so, I met with the town planner, and he had spoken with Jeff. I think there was 8, adjustments that they need to make. So I'll be reaching out to Jeff, and get clarification. And what I'd like to do is get those 8,
Gotta finish up.
those 8 things, shown to the town. And so they can say, yep, we sign off on those. I know he's still waiting to get some assessor data information, but we'd like to get that done, at least keep the ball rolling, get the approval, and then obviously schedule a meeting. We're in May now, maybe in June, where we could vote on it and then take that vote and hopefully finish this thing up with the select board.
Okay.
Any questions?
No questions, just in addition to that, I'm trying to get some clarification around the environmental piece. Where there was some dollars that were spent at our last meeting, there was some discussion about the $16,000.
Right.
50% of that had already been expended. And I'm trying to get some clarification as to what that really means.
Okay.
You know, so I'll continue to work on that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think there's been any contact since the last meeting, which is frustrating.
Yeah. So.
So anyways, there's Miss Jenny. All right, so we're gonna go into number 1624 Perry Street tax exemption. And we're talking to our attorney, Jenny Merrill. You're live. And
Hello?
we want, can you hear me, Jenny?
Yeah, can
Oh,
you hear
okay,
me?
yeah. So
Okay.
we just wanna talk, I'm gonna have Bob Desmond take it away and tell you the status of what happened with our tax, our non-tax exemption on 24 Perry Street.
Okay, great, thank you.
Good evening. So we met with the assessor's office, Mark and myself, a while back to work with them as far as what they had indicated, a pilot program.
Okay.
So at this point, no other entity within the town has that. So they were looking into it. They took it under advisement. They met with town council. During that meeting, they indicated to us that we should meet with town council, discuss it with them as well. We did, and for the most part, town council came back and said that's more of our council's responsibility to kind of identify that and to let us know exactly the status, whether we are technically exempt. So we're just looking for some guidance. We tried to get it from the assessor's office. I still think they're working on a pilot program if they want to go down that avenue. I know Donna had sent some documentation in reference to we are exempt.
Yeah.
So we're just looking to get a definitive answer so we can decide which direction we need to go in.
Right, yeah, no, Donna, the citations you sent are exactly spot on. And, I agree that you're exempt from taxation, but there is this option that the town has to have a pilot. So I think it's interesting that they haven't quite figured out what they would want in terms of a pilot. I mean, there's a bit of a formula there in the statute about what it is, like how to calculate that amount. Would you like me to reach out to town council and talk about this issue?
I would say yes, because we never really got well, I'm only speaking for myself right now, but we never got we got a wishy-washy answer.
Yeah.
Bob and I went and he goes, I told them what the answer was. I'm mincing words here. And I said, well, Bob and I don't know what the answer was. And he went on his computer to look to see what is it. So I thought it was a cut and dry yay or nay. So, and he advised us that we should have our own council look at it. And I'm like, if you tax exempt, you tax it to them. So I guess I would say we should have you reach out.
Yeah.
I don't know if my fellow board members feel the same, but we need to know if we're tax exempt or not.
Yeah. No, you are tax exempt, except there's this option that they have for a pilot to try and recover some of those taxes.
Oh, okay.
But it's not, it's a pilot, so I understand that, the pilot program makes sense to me. What doesn't make a ton of sense is why they would put that back on you to figure that out, because that should be,
Right.
that's something that they determine. There's a whole process where, they determine what it should be, and if you object, you can go back and forth, or you guys can just agree on what the pilot payment will be. So I think it would be useful if I just spoke to him, offline and tried to figure out exactly where they're coming from and what they want.
All right, so, should we take a motion to have Jenny speak with town council? Somebody wanna make that
I'll
motion?
make it. Good.
I make the motion that Jenny speak with town council regarding the tax exempt status of the redevelopment authority.
Do we have a second?
Second. Good, I'm sorry, Bob.
That's okay. Second, that's fine.
Okay, roll call, Bob,
Yes.
Peter,
Yes.
Reggie,
Yes.
and Roberta votes yes. Okay, all right, so that's great. So now, Jenny, I guess we're gonna have to check out, go on a different line, I think. Is that what we have to do, Donna, for executive session? So it's probably gonna be about, I don't know, 5 minutes, I guess, about 5 minutes? Okay?
Okay, 5 minutes.
Yep, I'd say that, thanks.
All right.
She done it.
I'll see you in 5 minutes.
And we will be back in regular session after our probably 15-20 minute executive session.
Yes,
And
since
just,
it's,
I think you need to do a roll call that we.
Oh, roll call that will, to go in executive session first.
Yes.
Reggie,
Yes.
Peter,
Yes.
Bob, yes, Roberta, yes. Well, now I'm going backwards, see, now, okay. All right, we'll see you all in about 15 minutes. Not you, Jenny, but the public. Thank you.
Thank you.
Regular session, and we're up to item number 10, which is the furniture at the Hanson School in our former SRA office. I think Donna wants to tell us about this.
Sure. I have been approached a couple times by the custodian at the Hanson School. He has asked when the SRA is going to remove our furniture, as the PTO would like to use that office.
So,
So, how do we get access to that building?
I have a key to the office,
So you have a key.
and it's not connected to the school, so we can go in there.
Anytime?
Yes.
Okay.
but Donna has to let us know what's ours and what's not ours.
Right, because everything's not.
Right,
Okay.
so we have to set
I
up a
could put
time.
tags on them.
There's file cabinets.
The file cabinets are gone.
Are they?
Yeah.
So what's left?
There's like 4 conference chairs that are big, like such as the red ones we currently have here. And then there's stackable chairs, such as the ones we have behind the door in this office.
Like the black seat metal frame, that's.
That's correct.
Okay.
And how many do you think of those we have?
Probably 5 or 6.
Okay, that's it?
I believe that's it.
So just chairs, no desks? Or-
No,
Schools
the
can't use
desk is
them?
gone.
The schools can't use those chairs?
No,
We put them there, and we had Paul Jaffoon come in and
Right.
take stuff for the town, and
Contact
he
him.
didn't want it, and I
Wow.
spoke to the prior facilities person for the school, whose name I can't remember.
Joyce.
Joyce.
Yeah, and
So
she
it's-
didn't want them either.
It's what, 10 or 12 chairs, basically?
yeah, but these take up a lot of space.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm saying,
Yeah.
is
Does
that
anybody
something that
want
we
a
can?
chair?
Well, I mean, what I was
I hate
thinking
to
is,
say it. We gotta throw them out.
And the dolly over in the corner there, I removed because we had another dolly in that one.
So we
Those are
can't, you don't think we can use them over at Perry Street?
That's what I was thinking too, I mean, can we?
what if I just pick them up in the truck and bring them over to Ferry Street, and then we can kind of either put on Facebook.
Well, at least these are on wheels, cause we're gonna have to paint that floor.
The conference room chairs over there are on wheels too, but they're the
But right,
exact,
I mean,
they're
we
the
can
exact
paint
same
one
chairs.
side, we can paint the office side, and we can paint the other, we can do it separately. So if you're willing to do it, Bob, and meet up with Donna so she can point it out to you,
Sure.
There's a ramp going in, out of the
and
office.
there's the dolly. Well, these are on wheels.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick
Yeah.
up the chairs and throw them in the back of the truck and.
All right, beautiful. Thank you, Bob. All right, you worked that out. All right, number 11, firehouse donation. Okay, so this is on me. We have a new fire station 3, I'm gonna call it, on Pleasant Street. I thought it would be nice if we would give the new firehouse a gift. And I had an idea I'm gonna share with you. I contacted Southeastern Regional, the Votech School. They have a metal shop. They have a wood shop. I thought it would be kind of fun to have a life-size firefighter, maybe at their entrance, or put it at Fire Station 1, something to that effect. The school, the students would do it, and I did already reach out to them before and granted now time has passed, the school year is over. I contacted the fire department, they got back to me, they liked the idea. I contacted Chairman Cavey at the Selectman's office because any gift, you have to get the approval of the select board. I spoke to him last night or the night before at town meeting, and he said I'd have to run it by town council because I want this, my opinion is I want this firefighter to be life-size. And metal, he goes, well, you know, if somebody bumps into it, so he's gonna contact legal about it first. So there's all these little hoops we gotta go through. So if everything works out, how do you men feel about us? Oh, the cost would be, I don't know. But Southeast and the kids do it, and it's basically materials. It's a learning for them, and I had said to the principal at Southeastern, when we unveil it, obviously invite the students from the school and thank them, and I think it would be a nice project. I think that we're having a new fire station, it would be kind of fun to have something to help beautify. It's a donation, it'll kick around forever, so I wanted to get thoughts. Start with you, Reggie, since I keep looking that way first.
I like the idea.
Mm-hmm.
I like it even better if it had something that said provided by the Stoughton Redevelopment Authority.
Well, I guess we
I
could
agree
do
with
that. Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, that's
You
not bad.
Yeah.
You know,
So you like a life-size fireman, do you like them out of wood or you like them out of metal?
I actually like it out of metal.
Yeah, I mean, they can flat cut it on the CNC machine. I kinda wanted a 3D, but I think that would be metal fabrication shop, but I wouldn't be able to give a picture, do a picture. I think I want the kids to do what they want.
Yeah, let the kids do it.
I asked the Chief Maycomer, I go, it'd be nice if we had a hat. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of pushing it. I says, maybe we can get Phil down in the water department to have a little hole, you know, whatever. I'm kind of going, oh, but it would be, so you like the concept, all right, I got it. What do you think, Peter?
Sure.
You like it? You like
Sure.
them out of wood or out of metal? You want them flat? You want them?
Decisions. Yeah, I'm fine with whatever we're going
Okay.
to do.
Yeah, no, I think it's a great idea. It's definitely with the plaque from representing the redevelopment authority. I think that'd be a great
Sure.
idea.
All right, so can I have a motion, because I want to email Chairman Cavey to say we okayed this so he can run it through town council
So
before.
or will we be notified of what the cost could potentially be?
Yeah, and now you gotta realize we're at the school year's ended. I thought of this back in January, it just, somebody
Yeah.
didn't get back to me, whatever, so it wouldn't be done there. I think they wanna open the new fire station in August. But it doesn't really matter when it goes there. If
Oh,
it
it
goes
doesn't,
there
no.
next January, I mean,
Yeah.
it takes a longer process because
Yeah.
it's students, but I think it would be nice to engage the students.
Having the students do it, I think is a
Yeah.
great idea, you
Yeah.
know. I really like the idea of the plaque and the
Yeah.
plaque because of the fact that
I mean,
people
we
forget
may
after a
have
while.
to, we may have to have a metal plaque engraved somewhere else.
Yep,
You can get that in.
Yeah, and have it welded on or something
Right.
like
Yeah.
that, or put at the base or whatever.
you know, and then, you know, to have a celebration,
Right,
you know, unveiling.
yeah,
Pull,
pull
shots
the
or
sheet
whatever.
off of it.
You know,
Yeah.
and I say that because I think that at least over the last, I want to say 5, 6, 7 years, we have contributed to the town, and I'm not sure we get or have gotten a lot of the credit that the Redevelopment Authority should have gotten. You know, I mean, we've contributed $25,000 for a negotiation, non-refundable. Nobody here was involved in that.
Thank God.
We've done, a few grants, for lighting and things of that nature. And, I'm not quite sure we get the acknowledgement that we should get, that we're good players here. We're not asking for anything back.
Well, the vet officer, I was watching a meeting, the vet woman, I know she's the officer or whatever.
Sharon.
Thank you, Sharon, she did acknowledge at a meeting that the people that donated to the banners, which look like great, which is a nice thing.
Yeah, what about two different things on
Sure.
that? One is, Donna, I know you post a lot, our meetings, our agenda. What about taking a picture of one of the veterans and saying, bring it to the attention, or utilizing that site for, the 6 or 7 people that watch our, but the application as well, and see if there's any, anyone interested in that as well. It's just another way to kind of get it out there.
Well, the application, like for a grant, is on the SRA page of the town website right now.
Right, no, for the, maybe getting a new board member here, posting that, kind of like the town
But on
crier.
that thing? On
I'm
that
sorry?
TV, on the TV?
Either there or on the webpage that she
Oh,
posts,
okay.
You posted this recording, so maybe if you put that out there on a future post, just as a suggestion, just to maybe see if someone else is interested on that as well.
I mean, I'm okay with it, it's up to the SRA, but I don't wanna be working at cross
Is that
purposes. I don't wanna be working at cross purposes, with the Board of Selectmen who's accepting the applications. I mean, if you
Yeah.
guys are okay with me doing that, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean.
But wouldn't if you put it on there, wouldn't you say, if you're interested,
Get on
send your application to,
Sure, I can do that.
Yeah, I mean, they're all still going to Jill DeRoe
Yeah,
Town Hall,
I mean,
which
that's
is fine.
that's all I'm saying, I'm just thinking
Yeah,
it's another,
anything that, sort of lets people know that, hey, we're
here.
We're here and
Right.
we're doing things, we're
Right,
just not
right.
meeting.
Right.
Because we are one of the few, if not the only board, that, doesn't rely upon taxpayer money,
Right.
which is really a good thing.
Yeah, a real good thing.
That we don't have to go to town meeting requesting, any dollars, and,
Right.
and for
Exactly.
at least 3-4 years straight,
Right.
we've come up with a positive number, and have also been able to contribute to things, whether they're Christmas lights or the veterans,
Yeah, absolutely.
and now
Yeah,
the firehouse thing.
all right, so I still need a motion on the firehouse to contact Steve Cavey to let him know.
Yeah. Let me see. I'll make a motion to get in contact with Chairman Cavey in regards to the firehouse gift. Yes.
Second,
Okay, all those in favor by roll call, Bob,
yes.
Yes.
Peter, Reggie?
Yes.
And Roberta votes yes. I don't know if we have anybody on anymore, but, all right, updated calendar and contact list, I think that's Mr. Reggie's.
Updated calendar and contact list.
The chair had asked for a list of contacts, and during the last meeting, you said that you could start working on that.
I did not do that, but I will start. When we
Didn't I give you the sheet of paper with the calendar on it, and it said, rent liability policy for this?
Yes.
I
you
hope
did.
I gave it to you, because I don't have it. It was a
No,
little
you did.
half sheet of paper.
Yeah, you did.
It's probably
And
crumpled on the car
It's
floor.
probably on the car floor.
Oh,
You're right.
boy, here we
No,
go. Okay.
I do recall now.
Okay.
I still didn't do anything
Yeah,
with
that's, well, obviously, because you didn't forgot about
it. I completely forgot about
it. That's fine.
it. And yeah, because that was like when the insurance is
Yeah,
due,
yeah.
and the rents are due.
And the contacts, and even like
Yeah.
our numbers for these accounts, when we finally
Yes,
get one
yes,
for Perry.
Yes,
and
yes, I will.
just so, okay, so that's
I will.
basically, and I think that's on the action item list. Okay, number 13, I have a field trip to Page Street facility. I don't know what you guys are thinking on this, if we should bother, or,
What's the purpose?
I don't know, just see what they're doing up there.
Oh, if you'll took the Page Street.
Yeah, not heavy.
Yeah.
I just kinda threw it out there.
I've never been out.
Neither have I.
Yeah, so I mean, it would be beneficial for me.
To the
some-
actual facility.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I go up every week,
Yeah, me
but I go to the
Transfer station there?
transfer station. You know, and one of the things I did notice is that they
The
kind
leaves.
of, they're moving the leaves around.
Big time.
Big time.
Yeah.
but they were told they had to.
Yeah, I'm saying, you
Yeah,
know.
they do.
They were here.
You know, I wouldn't mind going to see what, you know, I haven't used that one. I tried to use it, you know, but they will only take commercial stuff.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And they sent me to.
I wonder how late they're open though, that's the only thing. I mean, it's definitely lighter if we did a 6 o'clock,
Do we have
but
keys?
I don't think we have any.
We do not, we have requested them because it's our property, and, we have been told, you don't need keys, you can call me if there's an emergency.
We don't care about emergencies. It's just in
I
general.
mean, if you want, I can kinda reach out to this.
He also said, why do you need keys? And I said,
I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about this.
Yeah, I mean, it could go either way. It's, but I mean, it would be nice to have a key if there was an emergency.
he's
instead of-
unwilling to provide it.
Okay.
So maybe when we meet, you know, and discuss this, we can, that's one of the things we need. All right, so I'll hold next to this for now.
Sure.
Field trip,
Yeah.
okay, that's fine.
Or when we speak with him, say, hey, we'd like to come up during,
Yeah.
maybe even like during lunchtime or something, go up and,
Yeah.
you know, and give him a walk around, we'll put the little hard hats on and
Yeah,
walk
I got
around,
one.
you know, so,
All right.
this is a.
Yeah, no, you know, it'd be good to just meet with them.
Well, it would be
Absolutely.
nice,
Just to meet
right,
these
it would be
guys.
good.
Great, yeah.
Yeah,
I think it shows we have an interest too, you know.
Got an interest?
Yeah.
I mean, I
You
can
know,
still
we're
try
real-
reaching out to him if you want, and just kind of
Well,
loosey-goosey this.
we're meeting supposedly in June with these people, same people, right?
Well, I think this prior contact we had was with someone from Conroy, not from Wind Waste, about the C&D facility.
We think we're meeting in June, nothing is etched in stone.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'll give this guy a call, I'll just kind of feel him out.
Yeah. Tell them,
Let's see what he-
tell them we got a new board.
Yeah, we
You
like to
know,
see what's
we'd like to
going
come
on.
up and meet you and see
Yeah.
what your operation is.
We're thinking of putting a new gate in there and, you know, there's only so many keys that we're
That's
willing to
right,
give
which-
out, you know.
There you go.
And then they're 50, yeah.
They got some big trucks, maybe they just roll right there.
All right, the action item list number 14, I'm just gonna go through the ones that don't have a date on them.
Okay.
So we'll start with you, Mr. Reggie. Agreed to begin the spreadsheet of due dates for bills, we just talked about
Yeah.
that. Reggie, agreed to contact Jeff about
Yeah.
the changes?
Yeah.
Did you do that, or
I
is that the
actually,
big?
I have emailed him
Yeah,
and
and he
texted
doesn't
him.
get back,
and he hasn't gotten back to me yet.
okay, yeah,
But
okay.
I'm still on that.
Okay.
All right, Reggie agreed to contact to find out work on MIPA app, that's the same thing.
Yep,
Okay, create spreadsheet of due date for activities, that's kind of the
that's
same
the same
thing.
thing.
Yeah, it was the bills, okay, Reggie, prepare annual report, Yeah.
And the report is being worked on
Yeah.
with the accountants.
okay. And then, one more for you, Reggie, agreed to confirm meeting time with the rest of the SRA for meeting at the bank. Oh,
I
you
think-
guys already did
We
that.
did that.
Yeah, we did that.
All right, Reggie, Chica, it's all you. Agreed to write a draft letter to the tenant and landlord responsibilities. That was done,
That was
sorry.
done.
All right, Robert. Agreed to meet with town attorney. Yeah, we did that. Got nowhere. Resolved, send Donna the April bank statement.
I did receive it.
She got it.
Okay.
I will not be able to check on the rents at all because I don't have access to the accounts.
Right.
Yeah, but we're gonna.
And Peter
That's
agreed
right.
to assist Donna with review of the SRA files in the back office.
Yeah, I gotta get the time down.
Okay.
I
That's
did-
my bad on that.
But I did contact the state about whether we would file those under the state records retention schedule or under the town. And he said we could do it either or.
Either or, yeah.
If we do it under the state, we have to choose our own contractor. If we do it under the town, we would have to hand the files to them and have them,
Had them destroy them?
right.
Who, it might be advantageous for us to go on statewide.
I
as
agree.
far as that, and to get our own contractor.
Yeah, we missed the recycle day yesterday.
Well, I couldn't go anyways,
I
because I
know.
have another
Recycle
job.
day in towns one?
They had a
Yeah.
shredding day, they have it every May,
Where is it?
Council on
at the
Aging.
council.
It
on
is?
Aging.
And also, I brought 5 boxes last year, and they were sort of, oh, we're happy to take them, but you don't have any more than that, do you? And I think this year we would have had more than the 5, so.
Okay.
Oh, so
5 boxes?
5 boxes.
5 boxes,
Yeah,
right?
you
We
can't burn
probably
the
have
stuff?
about 10.
Can't burn it? Burn it?
No. You're supposed to have, you're supposed to show a receipt that it was shredded by the company.
Right.
Oh, okay.
We'll figure it out. We
Okay.
can figure it out.
Right.
I'm not too
We go
concerned
to-
about it.
But I
we
did
go
do
to
some research.
Abington,
Thank you.
because Abington has a program
Right, yeah,
that shreds. I
Yeah.
don't, you know, it's a
Oh.
couple of times a
you can
year.
ask them,
Yeah.
sure.
You know, we can, and there's no limit.
Right,
We just need to get a certificate of destruction.
correct.
You know, I mean, it's a regular place. You know,
A real shredding place.
it's a real shredder.
Yeah.
Right, but most of them won't issue the certificate.
Put Mr. Red,
We
put
got
Mr.
3
Red
we got 3 accounts.
Not yet.
Oh, we will, we can do it with 2 accounts.
That's it.
All right, we're almost done here. Code 15, we gotta revoke the executive session minutes from March 25. Because you weren't here to, you shouldn't have voted
I
on
should
it.
not have voted, that's
Oh,
right.
right, because it wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So does somebody wanna make that motion on line 15?
Motion to revoke the executive session minutes from March 25, 2024. That was voted on in open session.
Second,
All in favor?
yes.
I can't vote on this.
You
one.
can abstain.
Yeah.
I abstain.
Well, she can't vote to revoke the minutes?
It's revoked.
Revote.
Oh, I thought it said revoke.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, 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 no.
All right, I thought we were withdrawing it, and then, I thought we had to withdraw it and then revote it. No?
No.
Okay, all right.
No, it's filed as an amended.
Okay, so, and I vote, yes also.
Yes.
Yes, okay. All right. Does somebody want to read the second part of 15? The vote for the executive session minutes.
Motion to vote on the executive session minutes from April 10, 2024 meeting.
Second,
Okay, all those in favor, Bob?
yes.
I abstain.
Yes,
Yes.
okay.
Do we, that,
I think you were present at that meeting, so.
yeah, I was gonna say.
410?
April 10th, yeah.
I think that was your first meeting.
That was your first meeting.
Then I change my vote to yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is only a second meeting.
But do we need to just re-vote, the 3 of us, the executive
For
meetings
March
with
25?
March 25th?
Yeah.
We voted to re-vote it, but we didn't vote.
You did.
That's why I
Oh, it
thought,
said revote, yes. Yeah.
You
I
revoted.
Yeah.
Revoke too.
I thought we were pulling away what we did and then
Right.
redoing it, but whatever, Donna got it the right way.
Yeah.
So I guess we are done with the meeting unless somebody needs anything else they need to add.
Now,
Um,
just if I can get from you, whoever, I don't know if I talked to you, Dawn, about it before, the last meeting was, just everything, whoever has what they think is the comprehensive copy of the lease for Page Street. I haven't seen any of it, that's why I just wanna be in tune. to
I
it.
will hand you what I have.
Do you have it on?
I have it right here with me. I brought it with me because I've looked at it till I'm blue in the face.
Okay.
So
I'll scan it.
you can take it for a while. Oh no, you're not gonna want to look. And, then yeah, you can take it from me for a while and look at it and we pass it around, you know?
We can draw on it.
Yeah,
Do you have the napkin?
I don't.
But then, wait, what's that on the sheet?
And this is how, yeah, this is how it was and it is.
I actually found an acknowledgement to the napkin by them.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't wanna know.
and I supplied
I
it.
don't wanna know
I
either.
supplied it.
I don't.
Okay, so I think our next meeting should be, if we're done with town meeting
Right.
calendar.
August,
That's what it was, we were in May, right?
Yeah, I can't. Okay, June, it's usually the second Wednesday, to be the
which would June
12th.
12th.
Right.
Is that gonna work for everybody?
Should work.
Wednesday, June 12th.
Yeah, Wednesday's good.
That's usually our regular meeting,
Yeah, I have
so
it
Wednesday.
down.
Does that work for everybody before we try to come? Okay, so our next meeting will be Wednesday, June 12th at 6:30 here. 6:30. Is that when we usually start our meeting?
6 is when we.
Oh, okay, 6 o'clock, I'm sorry. All right, and do I have a motion to adjourn this lovely meeting?
So moved,
All in favor?
Aye.
Yes.
Aye, aye, aye.
yes.
All right, thank you, Miguel.